Outkast has made hit after hit after hit, and a lot of us can all comfortably say that we still listen to their music. In the mid-90s, the duo André 3000 and Big Boi, known as Outkast, blessed us with their presence. The group based in Georgia started getting attention after the release of Southern Playlist Cadillac Music in 1994. In 1996, ATLiens was released and was received well on the East and West Coast amongst hip-hop fans. The top 40 hit ATLiens talked about André 3000's beginnings as a sober man. Outkast released their third album, Aquemini, in 1998, and the title merges both the men's zodiac signs. This album made it to the number 2 position on the Billboard 200. It included hits like Rosa Parks and is still viewed as one of their best projects to date. This album did land the group in some legal trouble because in 1999, Outkast and LaFace Records were sued by Rosa Parks over the album single Rosa Parks. In the lawsuit, they alleged that the song misappropriated Parks' name and they objectified to any obscene language used in the song. Outkast claimed that the song used Parks' name as a metaphor. The lawsuit was dismissed and the appeal was denied based on First Amendment rights. The case was picked up in the Supreme Court in 2003, but Outkast was dropped as co-defendants for the lawsuit, and the lawsuit continued with only LaFace Records. The case was settled 2 years later, with neither Outkast nor LaFace Records having to admit to any wrongdoing. They did have to give some kind of tribute to Rosa Parks though. In 2000, Outkast released their 4th album titled Stankonia, which received amazing reviews. It debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and went certified quadruple platinum. This album includes the popular hit Miss Jackson, which supposedly is about André 3000's breakup with singer Erykah Badu, and Miss Jackson refers to Badu's mother. Miss Jackson charted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Another amazing hit on the album happens to be So Fresh and So Clean, which features Sleepy Brown. Sleepy Brown also featured in Outkast's single I Can't Wait, which is amazing and really shows André 3000's lyricism. This album helped them win 2 Grammy Awards, one for Best Album and one for Best Rap Performance by a duo or a group. In September of 2003, Outkast released Speakerboxxx The Love Below. It's a double album with each album representing a member of the group. Each album varies in sound, with André 3000's album having a more electronic and funky sound to it, while Big Boi's album has a more dirty South twang essence to it. This album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and stayed there for weeks. The album sold over 10 million copies and went certified diamond, making this their most successful album. Big Boi's The Way You Move and André 3000's Hey Ya were released at the same time, and they both charted at the number 1 on the Hot Singles chart, which they stayed at for multiple weeks. These songs are played globally on various shows, which made them 2 of Outkast's most successful singles. I mean, we all have heard Hey Ya played over and over and over again on television shows, across radio. It's a very popular song. Shortly followed was their single Roses, which took some inspiration from Grease and West Side Story. While this hit wasn't as popular as The Way You Move and Hey Ya, it was still a success and is still seen as a classic on this album. We also can't forget about Ghetto Music, featuring Miss Patti LaBelle. This song appeared in Step Up 3, the movie, in their final dance, which was amazing. And this album won Outkast a 2004 Grammy for Album of the Year, the second hip-hop album to ever receive such an award. In 2006, the men of Outkast parted ways. Big Boi went on to star in movies like ATL with T.I., and André 3000 went on to star in movies like Four Brothers and Be Cool. They did work on a film together called Idlewild, and they worked on some songs for the soundtrack like Morris Brown and Idlewild. It doesn't seem like the pair have split for ill reasons. It seems that they are just interested in their own separate projects. In fact, André 3000's son is Big Boi's godson, and the two still seem to be friends. Social media will have you thinking that every group that ends badly, but sometimes it ends because they've done everything they need to do and there's nothing left, and they'd rather grow and worry about pursuing other projects, and that seems to be the case with Big Boi and André 3000, which is awesome because it would have sucked if they had ended on such bad terms, especially after all of the beautiful work that they had produced Big Boy founded his own label, Purple Ribbon Entertainment, which included artists like Sleepy Brown and Bubba Sparks. His first solo album, Sir Luscious Left Foot, The Return of Chico Dusty, dropped in 2010 and was received well. He also released Boomiverse in 2017, which hit number 34 on the Billboard's Hot 100. This shows that Big Boy is doing very well in the music business still and doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. On the other hand, André 3000 has not been making much music lately. He received an overwhelming amount of comments and questions from his fans asking when he's producing music, when he's coming out with new music, and he claims that he doesn't have any motivation to create another music project. Music is very different nowadays, and there is no certainty that any new project will be as successful just because his group was. But he definitely does have the talent for it and has proven it over and over again, but it doesn't mean that he will have success as a solo artist. With all this, it's not like he's just been hanging around. He has starred in quite a few films and TV shows, and he definitely has a knack for acting. Whether or not we get any more music out of Outkast, we sure were given treat after treat. Their 6 albums won them 6 Grammys and sold over 25 million copies. They can proudly wear the label of being one of the best hip-hop groups to ever exist.